Today, I set out to make cozy lamb stew, but somehow we ended up with tacos. Most times when I cook, I don't really start with a recipe. I start by looking at what ingredients I want to work with. We found this beautiful looking piece of lamb at the grocery store. I bought it, and that's how this idea all started. To cook the lamb properly in the Dutch oven, you want to make sure you wash it first and then pat it down really dry. Season it well, and that's how you can get a nice sear on that lamb. The sear is really important because it helps to retain the moisture as well as the taste. Take the lamb out once it's evenly seared across all sides. Before you go and wash your pot, this is where the magic happens. You want to put in some onions. Pieces of lamb that's stuck at the bottom will be infused with the lamb, bringing out more flavors. Cook this on low to medium heat until the onions are caramelized. I love cooking meat with onions because it helps to break down the meat fibers and it softens the meat more. Here is how the seared lamb looks like. It's a little bit big for my pot, so off camera, I cut it into smaller pieces, which you'll see later. For the base of this stew, where it first all began, I decided to go in with some canned tomatoes. I would have probably used some fresh tomatoes if I had them, but it's winter right now and fresh tomatoes are like $3 a pound. This is where all the pivoting began. I had a lot of tomatoes in this stew, which meant it was going to be really acidic. And without things like potatoes, carrots, or celery to balance it out, I didn't think that it would make a great stew. That's why what you'll see here is I added a little bit of alcohol so that it becomes more like a braised lamb instead of the stew. From here is where I started layering the flavors. Bay leaves, pepper, plenty of salt. It all goes in the oven for around 2.5 hours. At the last half hour, you want to leave the lid open so that the meat itself browns and the liquid reduces. After some time, you'll see that the meat will turn out super tender. The fact that I can shred my lamb with my chopsticks should be able to show you how tender it is. To make this even more delicious, I scooped a couple spoonfuls of that sauce to mix with the lamb. I also used some sour cream and hot sauce to put onto the base of the taco as well. On the side, I also made a really easy fresh salsa. And yes, I did have to go back to the grocery store to splurge on those fresh tomatoes. All right, this is it. It's time to taste the dish. Did you hear the crunch from the shell? Happy cooking, and I'll see you in the next one.